What up, everybody out there in Guitar Land? YouTube Guitar Land, that is. It's the Music Man RN here. Going to give you part 2 of the Carolina in My Mind lesson. If you were watching part 1 or saw it, but you haven't seen it, it probably makes sense to watch it so that it'll get you up to speed with where we're at right now. But where we left at was, I'll play and get you there, but hopefully you remember. And we left right here where we're about to do that walk down off the D chord. And this theme, very common in James Taylor's music, and you'll find these bass line melody lines, and it's going to be coming off the D chord with that open D string, 4th fret A string, 2nd fret A string, and then open A string, with a little picking thing in between, which is basically this. So you can literally play those same notes. Well, not same notes, those same strings, as you add the walk on, which will go like this. One more time, slowly. Get my hand in there so you can see it. And then we're going to move to a G chord, or the G bass note is what we're trying to get. And that walk is going to continue. If you notice, the bass line is going. And we're going to add this. With some more picking, but instead of doing that thingy, we're going to basically do a pluck and then a strike of a open string. And I don't know if this is a James Taylor thing, but I've noticed it a lot in finger picking style songs where you have these. You have a pluck. I guess it's kind of like maybe Blackbird-esque, but you're basically taking, you put your ring finger down on that B string, 3rd fret, and you're fretting the 3rd fret of the low E to create kind of a G. You pluck those two at the same time with these fingers, and then you play the open G string, and you get that sound. So that's what you're going to want to do with that chord. And you're going to move to, and however you want to play this, you can use your thumb if you want, but you want this low E in the 2nd fret, and then you want the G string 2nd fret. Correction to what I said on the G chord, I apologize. You're plucking and then playing the open D string. Sorry about that. So again, that's and then 2. And then take that, keep your middle finger down, slide it over all the way to the 1st fret, and then pluck your low E string, which is now open, and your D string 1st fret, and then also after you're done plucking it, play that open D string again. So you can see how that open D is being plucked after you strike the 2 strings together at the same time. So let's review here. And then a little, and I'm not playing anything there, so literally that is, or I'm not fretting anything, but which is the open D, and then G string, and then basically that open A string, and you could play with it the open G string. And that's kind of that end little part where you can hear that the bass notes are going down from another small correction. Hopefully you picked up on it, but I was saying that that little was open, but I apologize. You still are fretting that first fret G string, and you'll see it when I play through it slowly again. Sometimes it's hard when you play it slow. My hands kind of used to doing it faster, but again, one more time slowly. And then comes the classic James Taylor turnaround off of the D chord with a nice little tasty fill in there, but you're going to basically cycle through with a now we'll kind of pick that apart a little bit. So after you get through the you're going to fret that D chord and give a little kind of picking the strings in order essentially. Well, not in order, but again, you get the idea. And then fret out that D kind of D minor-esque chord where you have your fretting 2nd fret A string, then you're fretting 2nd fret G string, and kind of the upper half of the D, and then your ring finger down on the 2nd D string 3rd fret. So you have the then you're going to basically keep this ring finger down, and there's going to be some open string plucking. So again, that was the bass note sequence. Again, here's another bass note melody line, which basically every James Taylor song, why they're so cool and catchy, is that there's these awesome melody lines, and then this beautiful finger picking mixed in with it. So the bass note sequence is again. Those are open, those last two, and then you get the little finger picking thing that goes with it. Then you're going to go back to that D shape, and comes a tricky little embellishment here with this D chord. And I remember, bear with this, it took me, I remember when I was learning it a while to actually get it, the specifics of it. You think it looks like it'd be easier, but it's really not, but it's going to sound like basically just this kind of elongated hammer-on with your ring finger on that high E string. And then you're just, before you lead into it with these two notes, the bass note for the D string, and then you're doing a little claw picking where you're plucking at all the strings at the same time, but accentuating the hammer-on. So again, string to the B. And you can play right. You can basically play that kind of B chord we were talking about with a little. And that's going to take you to the next verse of the song, which is cool. And we're going to move back to, so it would go like. Kind of an A. You can have that finger down or not if you want to. To a B minor. Back to the G. And then we're going to get into another tasty little James Taylor fill, which is off of that A chord. And you're going to be basically utilizing these few notes that are. Which when played fast will sound kind of like. Now the one difference would be when you're picking that, you start off initially plucking that low, or that open A string, and you don't have that second fret B string playing. That's open still. Not fretted, it's open. And you initially start with a little, and then you're going to add that string, but initially it's going to be with that pinky down to get the, so you get a little. So let's go through that again. So after the little tasty fill, you have the second verse, which starts off, Karen, she's a silver sun, better watch her way and watch it something. B minor to G, and into that nice little tasty A. Then back to your G, then to this B minor S chord that we played before. And then you're going to do another little walk down, which leads you to the turnaround, which would be, so you got G, and you're going to do some kind of that similar thing that we did before with the pluck and then the bass note in between, or pluck and then the note, excuse me, in between. So it'll be, and you're plucking the open D string again. Hope you see where my finger is going. I now moved it to the first fret G string, but I never moved my ring finger. That's still there, so you have that. It stays in that D kind of shape there. So you have. Oh shit. So let me do this again. Now I'm lifting it up, keeping that finger down, and plucking the open low E with just basically these two, this guy and this guy. So again, that would be. And when I switched from this D, my bass note was that A chord, or A string, second fret, and now it's moving to the low E. So. And then you're gonna get your little tasty fill again with the. And that's basically that. I know there's some tricky stuff in there, but stick with it. Play it slow at first and then add the speed. I'll try to come in with part 3 of this lesson and give you the rest of the song. Hope you guys like it.